Okay everybody, so I just got back from watching the movie Babygirl and I've got a couple of thoughts. So first of all, I just want to say that this whole storyline could have obviously been avoided had Romy just, really talked and communicated with her husband. I feel like the fact that she never sat him down and said, this is what I need, inevitably led up to all of the disappointment and then her needing what she needed from Samuel. So that's number one. Communication is key. Obviously, though, then we wouldn't have a story. So that's number one. Secondly, I want to say that the movie it really explains like the power dynamic. And even though Romy was the one who clearly had power over Samuel, it's really interesting how that switched and how easily Romy sort of like let the switch happen. And while it seemed like Romy was very much, not wanting the relationship to continue, she also couldn't say no. And whenever Samuel sort of leveraged what was happening against her, she wasn't going along with it unhappily either. So it was really interesting to watch her do that. Okay, then also what I really wanted to look at was Antonio Banderas. He did a really good job, I think, of conveying Jacob's, not neediness, but willingness to really please Nicole Kidman's character, Romy. I thought they both did really good jobs. Romy with this desperate need to end the risk, but also loving the risk and also really getting what she wanted, I suppose, from a relationship like what she had with Samuel. So, I will say, I think that intimacy coordinator, I hope that they were paid handsomely, because goodness, the amount of nonsense that was going on in that movie, I hope that they were well compensated. And it's just, what was really evident to me was the parallels between Romy and her daughter, because her daughter was also exploring relationships and things like that, and her daughter was sort of following the same route in terms of her daughter also cheated on her girlfriend. So with Romy having this affair with Samuel, there's parallels that could be drawn there, and it sort of struck me that her daughter learned a little bit better than than Romy did. The ending was a little bit of a stop and start for me. I was very surprised at Esme, and her leveraging that relationship against Romy to get what she wanted. And did she get what she wanted? Yes, she did. So it's very odd for me that Samuel shared that with, her, so that she could use it. Who knows why? I think it was strange that, he just disappears and he ends up in Tokyo. Very odd. And I was kind of sad for Antonio Banderas there at the end, because he has now given in. He is going to do what he can to try and make Romy happy. And Romy is still using Samuel. Even though he's doing his best, she's still using Samuel. And would he be as willing to try these new things if he knew that Romy was still using Samuel? I don't know. It really is a sad situation, and I think it's something that you could debate. And I think my favorite line from this movie has to be, "You're confusing ambition with morality. They're not the same. They're different." So I think that wraps it up. Yeah, go give this movie a watch. Let me know what you think. I think it's an interesting one. And let me know what you think in the comments.